In the workshop, we can mass produce different timber products with the aid of jigs. The jig that I am using in today's presentation was specifically designed to cut square holes using a trimmer in a stationary board that was batch produced. The dimensions of the jig were based on the size of the square hole that needed to be cut, the tool being used, and the position of the holes on the length of the timber. When using this jig, there is no need for any marking out other than the position of the circular holes that are drilled at set intervals in the length of timber. Prior to using the jig, it is vital that you check the router bit is tightly fitted and that the depth of the trimmer is correctly set. To cut the square holes in the centre of the stationary board, you simply align the end of the jig Mark 1 with the edge of the length of the timber. There is no need to align the jig with the centre, as it is centred by the two rails at the bottom of the jig. Once aligned, clamp down and test to see if the jig is firmly in place. It is important to use a minimum of 2 clamps when using this jig. Doing so prevents the jig moving when rating out the hole and helps to ensure accuracy. Once firmly in place, ensure PPE is correctly fitted and cut out using a trimmer with a 19mm square cutting piece attached. Start cutting by working your way from the centre hole to the edge of the jig. Once the majority of the timber has been removed, run the trimmer against the square edges of the jig to ensure the holes are cut straight. When cutting, it is important to ensure the cord of the trimmer is kept away from the machine and the trimmer is held firmly. Only ever pull the trimmer towards you, not away, as such creates the risk of losing control of the machine. Whilst routing out the timber, it is important to remove the dust that collects against the inside edge of the jig. Doing this allows us to run the trimmer flush against its edge. Once you have finished routing the centre square hole, remove the jig. Realign the edge of the jig Mark 2 with the end of the length of timber. Repeat the previous steps to cut the remaining square holes in the job. The demonstration illustrates the usefulness of jigs in the batch production of different timber products. It enabled the holes in the stationary board to be cut with ease and with little marking. The jig can be used again to produce this product multiple times.